Hello and welcome to Spotlight On. We are at the Dusi River in Maritzburg, where we bring you the Dusi Non Stop. It is regarded as the world's toughest canoe marathon. It was formally introduced in 1997 with only 12 boats setting off from Maritzburg to Devon. 5 years down the line, there are 76 boats on the starting lineup. Well, this is the Dusi, but it is done over 1 day. As we all know that the Dusi is done over 3 days, so this is the toughest one. 1 day, 130 kilometers. Wow. After working hard for 3 days, and now you have to prepare to do the same amount of work over 1 day. So what goes into that?
Well, the normal Dusi, the 3-day Dusi, is very fast and there's no time for mistakes. Everything's got to be really slick. The one stop, it's a lot slower. You're more trying to be in tune with your body, trying to think to yourself, how can I get to Durban in one piece without getting cramps, without spraining an ankle, without damaging the boat, because normally you can fix your boat after the first day. Here, your boat's going to last you all the way through. So you've got to take conservative options normally. But depends where you lie, and you might have to take chances as well.
And then now being the defending champions, do you guys think you've got a lot of pressure on your shoulders?
Yeah, I think the pressure is different as far as non-stop goes, because you haven't got the media attention that the Dusi has.
Well, we are here.
Yeah, but I'm saying as pressure as well as far as the amount of competitors go in the Dusi. And I mean, there are a lot more top boats in the Dusi compared to the non-stop.
Yeah. Martin was mentioning the fact that, you know, while you're here, you concentrate on getting to Durban in one piece. What about winning?
No, winning is always a cherry on top, but in a race like this, I mean, this is the comrades of canoeing. I mean, it's long. There are things that can go wrong. We've got routes that we're going to take which are different to Dusi because there are less rules on the non-stop. And we just hope that we're not going to run too much, because you could run your legs off and eventually you get to the 3rd day and you're stuffed. So you've got to actually race intelligently. We'll be talking together along the route what we're going to do at certain places.
Okay, so you're not getting into the boat and saying, okay, now we've got to win this one.
No.
Yeah,
that'll be nice.
Man, see, you never know what's going on. I mean, I would think that, you know, you get on the boat and do a race like this, okay, fine, now I'm going to go out, I'm going to win. No, these chaps and their defending champions said, no, we're just going to, what are you going to do?
It takes the pressure off. Inside, we're going to really try and break the record. Yeah.
Now, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. They're going to try and break the record, you know?
Thanks, Anne. Morning. Hey, how's it going? Very well, thanks. Just going easy so we don't blow towards the end. Long day still, eh? Yep. Here we go. Good.
How far to Durban?
Hey, 10K.
This is the toughest canoe marathon in the world. And I mean, obviously, ladies don't want to do it. We understand why. But you ladies, you decided, no, you're going to come and show. I mean, is it just about the adrenaline that's pumping, or you really want to prove a point?
It's an achievement. It's a challenge to yourself to go out there and see if you can get from Maritzburg to Durban in 1 day. And if you're a lady or a guy, it's still the same challenge.
Yeah. And you are worried. Of course you must be, because it's the first time. It's the first time that you're doing the non-stop. Are there any concerns that you have that you've worked on maybe the last few days, and you know, okay, now, or through your head, as some of the people I've talked to do, they say, no, we've done it so many times in the last few weeks, but over our heads?
I'm actually not too worried, but now I'm getting worried you mentioned this. But yeah, no, you do go through the whole race in your head, so I'm just a bit worried because I've never done it, that I don't pace myself properly. But yeah, otherwise I'm pretty confident I will be fine. Yeah.
Well, now we're going to talk to a husband and wife pair. Yeah, that's right. They are here together, of course. I think that's what marriages should be. Anyway, hello, guys. I mean, you are here early in the morning doing the non-stop Dusi. Why?
It's a challenge. It's fun. It's a chance for me to spend a whole day with my husband. I'm really looking forward to it.
And Wendy, you've won it a couple of times, and now you keep coming back. Why, girl?
Well, I've paddled in a ladies' double before, and I've done that 4 times, so I'm looking for a new challenge, so that's why I'm paddling with Kevin today.
Well, wish you all the best. Kevin, you've won the Dusi a couple of times yourself, and you've won this once, came second once, and now you're back. What are you hoping to achieve in this race today?
Well, I think all the other races were a big challenge, but this one's definitely going to be the biggest of all, paddling with my wife. We said all our apologies last night, so we just got to keep it together, and I'm sure I'm actually looking forward to today. It's going to be a little bit more relaxed. We're not competing for a win, and yeah, it should be a good day.
Ray, can you tell us, why did you guys decide that you wanted to do a non-stop?
I think the reason is that in 1951, Dr. Ian Player, when he first did the Dusi, he did it non-stop. So we basically resurrected that. And there were some guys that were doing it unofficially, so we made it an official race, literally in 97.
I've seen a lot of camaraderie here, I must say, because the people and the athletes, they're chatting, they're talking, giving them advice and, you know, just urging them on. Is that culture of this race?
It is the culture of the race. You know, the Husqvarna Dusi Non Stop is a non-stop event. We have absolutely no backup whatsoever from an organisational point of view. That's by design, not just because it happened like that. But they've literally got to have a backup crew. They've got to have a camaraderie. They've got to have a team. You know, teamwork makes the dream work, and that's what's happening over here.
Okay, are we ready to be run over here by a canoe? It's amazing. We just need to get out of the way, because earlier on, I'm sure you must have seen, or you're going to see our cameraman Chris being, you know, knocked over by a canoe, and I don't want that to happen to me. I'm not that strong. They can hit him. He's quite big and tall, but not me. Now, Ray, at this point in time, would you say this has been a success? I know it's 5 years since its inception. Has it been a success, and is there a future for this race?
It's an enormous success. You know, when we started in 97, we had 12 boats. We never thought we'd have ever more than 20 boats. In fact, we thought that a maximum of 20 boats could do this race. But, you know, like today, like you see it here, 76 boats started. We'll probably have 100 next year. You see Kevin White and Wendy White, husband and wife. The beauty of this race is that there was portaging at the start. Some people ran for the first 12 kilometers, some get in the river. All they've got to do is meet 3 stops on the way, 3 time cut-off periods. Other than that, the rules of the race are there are no rules.
There are 2 gentlemen who will be doing it, not for the fun of it, not for the endurance sake of it, but they'll be doing it for a good cause, that is for the Cancer Association. Well, now let's talk to Martin and Jeff and ask them, why did they decide to come here? Martin, can you explain more to us? You are running this for the Cancer Association. Can you elaborate?
Yes, that's right. We've decided that we're going to do it for charity to raise funds for colon cancer, or all cancers actually.
Yeah. And your role in this, Jeff?
Well, I'm along to support Martin. We'll be doing the non-stop together, and then Martin will head off to Maritzburg on the road, and I'll support him along the way and cycle back to Durban tomorrow morning.
Guys, are you fit enough? Are you ready for this?
We're ready and mentally prepared for it. I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks, every night.
You mean every night for the last 2 weeks? Your body must be tired. Oh, you got me there in your sleep. Tell us about seconding. What does it take to be a second? I mean, do you really have to be an expert in canoeing like you are, or can anybody do it?
Well, it depends how you get a second and then you get a good second. I think a good second knows exactly what the paddlers want and when they want it. And that's what makes the difference. We know exactly when they're hot and when they want ice water on them, and whereabouts they want the water, what juice they want and when they want it. So, and you can run with your guys the whole way, whereas you can just come along and jump in the car, jump out every now and again, give the guys a sip of juice or water. But yeah, the difference between good and bad, and to be a good second, you really have to work very hard.
But why aren't you taking part in the non-stop yourself? I mean, you can do this now.
Well, I just think it's a little bit far, this race. I wait until I'm at least 28, 30 before I start doing this race. We lose quite a bit of speed in this race. It takes about a month to get it back. And I'm trying to get back into the national marathon side to go to World Champs again this year. And I can't afford to lose that speed.
Well, what can I say? It is later on in the day and it is not dark anymore. I'm standing here with the defending champions, and they've done remarkably well. They've defended their title very, very convincingly. Martin, what can you say, buddy?
No, we're really happy to be here. It's such a long way. The river was actually quite low for the 3rd day, and going over Burma was quite hard, but Rory did really well. Me pretty chuffed to be here.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I mean, apparently, as you were saying earlier on, it's a team effort. You wanted to go over, and Rory was saying no. Tell us what was going on there. Let's start with you, Rory.
Well, I think in the river was so low that it probably was a good idea to go over. But I mean, you never know. It's in such a late stage of the race that you never know how your legs are going to feel, because it's such a steep hill. I mean, you're climbing for over 20 minutes, so you never know what your legs are going to feel like at the top, whether you can actually run down.
Yeah.
But I think it was the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And earlier on, when it was very dark and I was still sleepy, we talked about breaking the record, guys. What happened?
No, that's just. I said to you we just wanted to finish, but then just one-on-one, I said it'll be nice to break the record, but the conditions were too hard today. We tried it to about halfway, then from there it was just survival. Yeah, the last day here was far too low.
Yeah, I think we were actually on track across the dam, but we just didn't know how low the Mgani was below the dam, and that was the crucial point.
Yeah. When we talked earlier, you said you're just getting in the boat and you just want to finish. Of course, you had a game plan, and did you stick to it all the way? And are we seeing the results right now?
Yes, no, we definitely had a game plan. Our portages, where we were going to run and paddle, we stuck to it exactly. Except for Burma, but that was thrown in because of the water level.
Yeah.
I just think this is one of the hardest non-stops I've ever done, and just waiting to see the people coming in, it's going to just be a huge achievement for anyone who finishes the race today, because there's a headwind as well to top it off.
And you had a very, very good second, hey?
Our seconds.
Yeah.
Our seconds were fantastic. Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's also quite nice. My parents, the first time they're actually here to watch me canoe, and yeah, to win is a sweet, it's a sweet victory.
How important, Rory, is it to have the best seconds? I mean, how important is that to have somebody telling you the right things at the right time when you're out there?
It's absolutely crucial, because it's such a long race, and I think the whole idea behind the non-stop is just to feed your body the whole way, and you can't miss stops, you can't miss juice, and you can't miss even, I mean, trying to put solid foods into your system, because it's just too long to go on liquid alone. So no, it's very important.
Now, where to, guys? Now you've done this, and now what can we look forward to? I mean, it's still early on in the year.
And a bit of R&R. This is rest and recovery. From such a big race, you don't want to go and do anything else. You must actually let the body rebuild itself.
Well, guys, all I can say, it has been a fantastic, fantastic day. And, of course, they defended their title fantastically. And I must just say this. I have truly, truly found a sport that is not really about money. Because, as you know, the prize money for this event here is 4,000 Rand. And, I mean, these guys, they've put in so much. And some of them come even as far as Cape Town. And don't tell me that they'll do all this for 4,000 Rand. Hey, guys?
It's the title of the non-stop title is a great title to have. I mean, it's just an achievement to get you. That's the title. Yeah.
No, it's definitely. I think it's just the thrill of finishing it and winning it on top of that.
Well, you've heard it from the champs, and you never know. Maybe they'll take me next year, and I'll be there second. You know. And oh, they're laughing. They're not taking me seriously. But that's all we had for you this week. Until next time, ciao.